Major League Baseball has a new problem, and it's not steroids or juiced baseballs or even crooked umpires. It's a fan problem. They don't like their fans. It's starting to show, actually, in lots of places, including the ratings. And while I'm sure you all know what is actually happening in the world, I thought we should talk about it. So here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, hiss and foes, welcome to the Culture Casino!
This year's opening day baseball looked pretty good as far as viewership was concerned. It was set up for success from the very beginning because the season was starting on a Thursday of a very long weekend for most people in the United States. And this factors very heavily into the numbers and as far as viewers and viewership go. And you just have more people available on long weekends and spring break in many parts of the country and stuff like that. The numbers, however, fell off substantially after opening day, and they're likely to continue to fall below last season's ratings going forward. And those were terrible. Many are pointing towards MLB's unilateral decision to relocate the All-Star game from a predominantly black city to an overwhelmingly white city. And because all of this, obviously, because the requirement to show identification when participating in leadership selection processes. That's a YouTube way of saying something I'm not supposed to say to tick down my viewership recommendations, but that's neither here nor there. The MLB is not coming out against an ID requirement when you have to fly or buy tobacco or alcohol, or even when you have to go and pick up will call tickets at the window. The sports leagues like MLB, NFL, NHL, and NBA have all seen declines in viewership, especially last year. And they really have no one else to blame but themselves. The NBA ratings for that, well, the most recent finals, were down 49%. And some people think that was fudged up, like me, because they were taking into account things they never counted before. But that's the Nielsen thing. The Stanley Cup was down 61%. That's huge. Can you imagine that? 6 out of 10 people aren't tuning in to watch your Stanley Cup. And the Super Bowl was down between 9 and 11%. Again, a number that's debated because of how viewership was kind of fudged again this year by Nielsen. For baseball, however, the World Series had made history. Not the kind of history they wanted to make, but they made history with a record low viewership for the World Series itself. It was really bad. It actually came in 32% lower than their previous record low. Wow. The MLB is actually alienating their largest group of fans, as they have been doing this consistently for 3 decades, but their audience skews quite a bit older, with decreasing free time at this point in the American experience. Now, they look for escape from the problems of the everyday world, and they can no longer find that in baseball, or a lot of other places, to be honest. And for that matter, it's not just baseball, it's nearly every other sport. All of this has been recently summed up in a poll that was released the very same day that the All-Star game was moved to Denver from Atlanta. Simply put, 34.5% of fans are watching fewer sports due to political and social messaging. You can ignore the data all you want to, and you can look through all of the articles and you can find excuses and particular ways of framing things to make this not seem nearly as bad as it is. One article, in fact, the people who commissioned the poll that we just talked about, would be Yahoo. They went to YouGov and said, can you do this? And then they interpreted the data to be 50% of Americans have changed their viewership habits, trying to point to the fact that there might have been an 11% increase. according to obviously anecdotal statements by the people that they surveyed. They also claim to have, surveyed people across the, entire breadth of demographics. And it shows that, like we expected, a larger group of people who claim to be on the right side of things said they weren't interested, while a lower portion of people who were on the left said that they hadn't really decreased their viewership quite as much, although many did, by the way. And the people in the middle, the independents, also had a pretty decent decline when it comes to their sports viewership. Across the board, everybody's watching less sports because they don't want to see political messaging. You can't escape from that conclusion. It's the truth, and it's one that you've been hearing on YouTube from many different creators over the course of the last year, or maybe longer. It depends on how long you've been paying attention. But baseball skews older, 50 plus, and people with less melanin in their skin. It's the facts. You alienate your audience when you blame them for each and everything, and you punish the people that you are supposed to be representing in this move. MLB, you're silly. But we've known that for a while. In fact, the previous commissioner of baseball, Vincent, came out and said, I think that's his name, said that this was a bad plan, Manfred. Why did you do this? Anyway, I'm curious what you think about the events of the day, and especially regarding sports. And I know many of my viewers don't watch a lot of sports ball, but we pay attention to all of the other pop culture and entertainment that we have right now. And we have fewer things to watch, and yet we can be more entertained. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a great one. Be sure to support other independent creators out here on the platform. They could certainly use your support. We are absolutely trying to get people their watch hours, get them past the threshold of 1,000, and we have many people who absolutely deserve that. I've mentioned before Storyman Chak, Wes Moody, my friend Final Death Star, whose new channel is Enter the Unfamiliar, and many more. Of course, support all the creators that you know and love already. Make sure you share and like their videos. The comments are incredibly important, so if you wouldn't mind leaving one down at the bottom, I would appreciate that as well. Anyway, thank you for your time. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye. Hey there. One last quick note before I let you go, and before we make it to the end of this video. I, CultureCasino, have a brand new Teespring store. That's right, you can now go to Teespring, look up CultureCasino, or use the link in the video below, and pick out some handsome and beautiful CultureCasino merchandise with many different designs and styles and colors, many different items. I was actually surprised at all of the things that you could create, and I have some more designs and items on the way here shortly. But, if you want to support the channel in that way, there is some merch. Otherwise, here comes the ending. Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.